Welcome back to the channel, Dreamers! Thank you for clicking on that video, checking us out. I'm your host, Brian Kuhn, and today we're going to talk about one of the worst decks in Magic, in my opinion. And it's not really because it's bad, it's because it's fucking annoying. But we're talking about Boros Burn. Why do I hate this deck? Why do I think it's not good? And by why, when I say it's not good, it isn't because it isn't good, but it's more along the lines of it's not going to last. We've had a lot of mono red decks that lasted like 3-4 years. And it's basically comes down to a few factors. So what makes a deck good? In my opinion, a good deck has a good mana, good mana slash good mana curve, consistency, a good win con, removal, card draw, and some way to come back if you get behind. Now, this deck has no way to come back, has 0 card draw, and the basically the win con comes down to if they don't gain life, it does well. It does well. But as soon as they gain life, or if you just get a step behind, it's gone. Because even though it does have a good, a decent removal suite, it's not great against a control. We will show here the deck that we'll be running today as my phone goes off. And I've labeled this crap because I do believe that it is crap. So here is the deck that we've seen. This deck on that I use with Untapped GG has over 650 games plus. You can see here that most of the removal does not have any way to get something with a toughness of 4 or greater except for 1 card, and Brutal Cathar, which isn't a consistent removal because all you have to do is remove it and everything comes back. So it's, kind of pointless. But really when it comes down to it, is that this deck, which this thing did not move the way I wanted it to. What really comes down to it is that this deck has no combat, no card draw, gain some life, and you're good. And the removal isn't consistent. And also, let's face it, it's freaking boring as all hell. It's like, exactly that, that's the one thing that is good about the deck is its consistency. But come on, it's like, okay, which one are you going to play? Which one, which deck are you going to play? Do you have your Hopeful Initiate on one, or do you have a Kimito Faces? I mean, this is just what it is. Very consistent, very boring. There is a YouTube out there that Covert Go Blue, or CGB, depending on how you want to say, that made a song off of the mono red. It's freaking hilarious. Go look it up. I'll try to put a link in the description to it. But this is very, very similar. It just doesn't have the same flow. But anyway, let's go ahead. I'm going to get into the game with this deck, and we'll show you some of the gameplay, and you'll see how freaking boring it is, and it'll drive me freaking nuts. So let's go ahead and get into the gameplay. To be honest, this isn't my favorite version of the deck. I do believe you need to have more of those removal cards, but we'll see how this goes against Darkness. Hello, Darkness, my old friend. Okay, not the greatest hand, but we'll keep it. It would be better if we had a 2-drop. But we'll see what they got on turn 1. They got jack shit. No reason not to play this out. Because most likely we're going up against another Boros Burn. Oh, it is not. Oh, I'm definitely playing this. Get the day-night cycle going in. Doesn't look like they have a response. And we'll see what they got on turn 3, but you can see they're already underneath immense pressure. Because even if they cannot meat hook this board for quite a while. And they need to play a spell, or I'm gonna get a +1/+1 counter with my chariot. Okay. Okay, let's get into the damage. And we're gonna burn them on their turn. Let's see if they play a meat hook. Okay, let's just go ahead and do damage to their face. Never mind. We're gonna keep that. Actually, no, we're just... might as well. Yeah, we'll keep that. They do have 2 life, but we got 4 damage coming in. So all we need is a single burn spell. Even if they do end up playing a creature, it's not going to be good enough. Yeah, that is not going to be good enough. Okay, they got 2 blockers out there. That is going to be good enough. Might as well take out this, because if they have another way to create blood, if they have another way to create blood, they can kill our Raiju. Let's see if we can get... Okay. -2 is not going to be enough. Unless you have a way to remove our Brutal Cathar.
My judgment is final.
Any way to remove my Brutal Cathar? They do not have a way to remove my Brutal Cathar. They were hoping that this little old human was going to stop my Brutal Cathar. Okay, let's see if they have a removal response. Yes, you did, Elfin Toya. They're just checking. Attacking. Don't give them a chance to win. Kill them. Gosh, I hate this deck. Oh my gosh, look, it's a hopeful initiate into an aspirant. Okay. So where are we gonna put the +1/+1 counter? Might as well put it on the aspirant. No attacks. We put it on this, they'll just swing in. Oh, look at that. And honestly, we're gonna take this because we have another Brutal Cathar. So we can take out that next turn, and we're gonna put them way on the back foot. When it's a mirror match, whoever goes first will normally win. Oh, look at that. They have a Brutal Cathar. They took my Brutal Cathar. Where are you gonna put it? I'm gonna take their Brutal Cathar, my Brutal Cathar, and then my Brutal Cathar will take their Aspirant. Yeah, I can double spell here. Oh, no, I can't. Actually, I can. Let's kill this thing. Okay. Honestly, let's put it on this one. Attack in. I'll still trigger that off. You can see that we have him on the back foot. If they try to Brutal Cathar our Brutal Cathar again, we have a Brutal Cathar to Brutal Cathar their Brutal Cathar. Yes, it gets quite confusing. Are you going to stop attacking in? That's the question. See, I meant to do that. I meant to mess up. Brutal Cathar, your Brutal Cathar. To get back my Brutal Cathar, to take your Aspirant. We'll put this... We'll put this on 4. If they want to double block that is fine. Because then they'd be way behind. They double block that, we do 7 damage to them. And we have a board full of shit. Let's kill the worst one first, or the best one first. I am worried that they could Brutal Cathar my Brutal Cathar, or kill my Brutal Cathar. Okay. Yep, that's fair. All I had to do was go first. Okay. Mean guns. Guns aren't mean, people are mean. Opponent goes first, so we lose. Let's concede. It is a good hand, except we don't have red. There, now we have red. That is a great hand. Basically the best you can get. Just wish we had removal. Okay. Got somebody with blue. So, is it Dulver? Interesting. No plays. Okay, next turn we're going to be swinging in for 6. That's probably either a I'm trying to think. There is. Let's see. Let's see if we can get him to use that, trying to think of it. You didn't say please. Oh, saw it coming. Excuse me. You didn't say please was a different set. Okay, consider. Okay. They're a blue tempo deck. The thing is that, yes, could I make the deck better and more fun? No. I can make the deck better, but I can't make it more fun. Because it's always, it's the same thing every single time. I actually have an idea for a Boros deck, which will be going up as a video, hopefully this week. Because I'll be building that tomorrow. Because Boros is one of my favorite color combinations. They probably have another saw it coming. So I'm actually going to wait off. I want them to bounce that. Okay, they had nothing. Are they gonna have anything for me to Brutal Cathar before I kill them? Because they have this lovely guy who has a ward of 4. Which means I can't hit it with my Brutal Cathar anyway. So let's get it out. Because they have to have some form of bounce. That's what I'm thinking. If not, I don't see them why they would keep the hand. It's just too slow. Okay, that is a 5 drop. They're on 4. So So I am assuming that they have Fading Hope. Apparently they don't have enough Fading Hope. Because we were going to have a lot of creatures going in this turn. I haven't played like my very first deck was a Planeswalker deck. It was from Dominaria. It was the Chandra Planeswalker deck, and I had a lot of fun with that. And actually went 3-2 on FNM. Ooh, I go first. I'll take it. Okay, your turn, my friend. And we're going to pretend that we don't have a play with fire to keep him guessing. I'm not going to give him the chance to. I actually think we went land, not a brutal. I'm really hoping we get a single land off of the top. What I can do is put a stop on my upkeep, hit them before I draw. Ah, curtains. Because I want a land. If I don't get one, I'm probably going to be behind the 8 ball. Come on, land. I said land! No reason to attack N, because they just block. And if they wanted to, they could get do their shambling gas shenanigans. Transform. You want my Raiju or my Brutal Cathar? I think you're going to go for the Brutal Cathar. That's my idea. Because that's what I would take. Because I'm already hurting on land. Yeah. Oh, look at that! We want to keep these, especially this one, above, oh, what is the card? Massacre. Which technically they're at, so this is probably going to be bad. See, this is how Magic works. You just top deck what you need. Yeah, there's the land. Here comes the me hook for 3, killing everything that I have on the board. Ooh, Wolf. Little surprised on that.
I will show you what happens. My will cannot be denied.
Oh, I got 2 of them. So what I can do, because like they know that I have another Aspirant. Damn it. Yeah, sure, whatever. We're gonna make it so that way it's impossible to kill my Aspirant. Because they can double block that, that's fine. It's not like I don't have another one. And they need to have a land off top and a meat hook to get back their curtains.
I'm sure you'll miss.
Since they're doing that, they most likely do not have a meat hook massacre. That's a good card against us. Because they're probably going to say sacrifice. Which means we have to give up a Aspirant. Sure. So I'm just going to attack in with this one. Now they cannot double block and kill it. And I do believe that I probably shouldn't have done that. Because if they have a land off of the top, they can, oh, what is the card? Let in the snow me. And then get back their Lolth, and then the game is over. Okay, transform. That is a 3/4 now. Nope, there's their life gain. Underdog. Very odd, honestly. Because they're playing all that stuff out. I don't think they have a board wipe. Let's see what they do. Always, you must be as evil as you can be. What are you gonna do? It does have trample. I would give up your first seer. Yeah, that's exactly the blocks I would make. So I'll bring them up to 5. Doesn't really matter, but we are gonna do it that way in case something weird comes back. Because Underdog can continue to come back and back and back. I don't know, they could still decide to board wipe. Okay. It's either A, play something, or not. Okay, we're gonna play land for turn. We're gonna make sure that they have to block this. That is a lethal attack. I have a feeling that they have instant speed removal though. Or no, it's yeah, Deadly Dispute. They had instant speed something or other. Hopefully they did not have a way to clear the board. Because I'm pretty sure this deck does not have creature lands. For a weird reason. It does, it has one. Probably, like, whoever built this deck probably built it to be a cheap deck. Okay. No blocks, I don't care. Land means nothing to me. They're doing this just so that way they can try to find some removal. They're gonna draw 3 cards here, which is amazing. They got 4 mana, so they need 2 removal spells. But it basically, you can't. They can't target this because it has a life of. It has a pay of 3, so they have to wait for it to flip. Because they did cast 2 spells this turn. So this is going to flip and then they can kill it. And we'll see if they have 2 removal spells. Okay, what are you doing, opponent? Are you being salty? All you have to do, because I have a feeling they have removal. Okay, they do not have removal. Okay. Which one are we gonna take? Let's take the thing that kills shit. Yeah. Should have played your removal right. Because all they had to do was wait for it to flip. And then kill it, it wouldn't have ward. Nice. I know you don't play that much. Duncan, Idaho. Okay, that looks like a good one. We have removal for turn 1 if they play something that I want to kill with a Play with Fire. If they don't play anything, I can put down a Hopeful Initiate. Okay, Hopeful Initiate it is. Let's see, what could it be? Yeah. So that makes me think that it is the Naya Dragon deck that I'm... Oh, wow. No, we're going... How many different colors are we going here? Okay, we're still at 3. We have another Hopeful Initiate. But we got to get that thing out of the way. Because it's going to just kill our shit. Okay, Trekker. You're slowing me. Actually, no, cancel. Because we do have a Brutal Cathar for that. Attack in for 1. Look at all that damage. 1! We'll see what they got. I'm trying to think. I have seen this deck. I forget what it's actually trying to do. I believe it is a CGB deck. That's why I know it. Come on. What do you got? Man, you're doing well on your pokey catch. Okay, 1 black. Gonna try to kill my hopeful? No, they're going to loot. Ooh, they played nothing this turn. You can see, just with that, they're done. Because they know what's going to happen. Welcome back, Dreamers. So, as you can see, this deck is freaking boring. It's so boring. We just keep doing the same thing over and over and over. And yes, it wins. But it really is that deck that has inconsistent, very, very inconsistent card removal. Because Brutal Cathar, if you're behind, you have to block with it, they get the creature back, and then you're even more farther behind, and it doesn't really matter. So what's the point? But why does this deck work? This deck works because it gives a lot of pressure. There's very, very mid-range, because if you're new to Magic, generally aggro decks lose to mid-range decks, mid-range decks lose to aggro decks, or excuse me, lose to control decks, and control decks will lose to aggro. It's the rock, paper, scissors. There's really only 1, maybe 2 mid-range decks out there that are any decent, and they're not being played well. And you could see here, if you're looking at looking behind me, Enchantments is technically an aggro deck. It can actually do well against Boros if they get the right draw. Mono white aggro, it's just mono white aggro. It has nothing on this, because one thing that the Boros deck does have that mono white aggro does not is a lot of freaking haste. Crap tons of haste. Control, aggro. It says that's for control, but I really, like, depending on the build, it's actually a mid-range. Stompy, yeah, you saw that. Orzhov Angels is actually another mid-range deck. It plays a lot of creatures that gum up the board, and Boros Burn deck can't get around it. So there's really not much in there. And really, the removal is only against these mid-range decks, really, because it doesn't have a lot of burn or anything like that. And you can see this deck just skyrocketed in prior, like at one point, what was it, 23? Yeah, 23%. It has been going down, but still, when you're sitting at, if you look at this, like, combined, because basically these two decks are the same, we're close to 20% of the meta is Boros aggro, Boros burn, whatever you want to call it. That is a lot of percent. And you can see it has a high win rate. We're going to be seeing this deck until rotation. But really, when it comes down to it, I think we're going to see this beyond rotation. We're going to be seeing this for a long, long time. if we go in here to the certain builds that you will see in Arena, you can see when you're going through like the #1 deck right now. I chose the deck that has the most matches, because we're talking like these decks 600, like 700 matches, 800 matches. You saw I just creamed through it, but really out of this deck, they're only going to be losing 3 cards, and that is Aspirant, Roil Eruption, whoop-de-doo, and the lands. Like, the lands are going to be going out. So the lands, most likely, they're going to have replacements for it for Boros. They actually already do have some of it. The creature lands are coming out. Excuse me, they're not. Or are they? I don't remember. I think, yeah, I think the creature lands are coming out. You can see, I never hardly ever played the creature lands, so that's not even a big loss. Most likely they'll have something in there. But Roil Eruption, it's coming out. Who cares? They're going to have another, like, Magic has a tendency of keeping in a red 3 burn card. Like when I came into Magic, it was Lightning Bolt, or Lightning Strike, not Bolt, but Lightning Strike was in the format. And after it came out, Roil Eruption came in. So they're going to have something about that. Out of every card that is in this deck, the biggest loss is going to be Luminarch Aspirant, which is a good card. It's going to be a hurt to this deck, but it isn't going to be a break-all. And they could have something in there. And the reason I said that it's not a break-all is that Hopeful Initiate puts counters on itself. This, Raiju, puts counters. This puts counters. So we're still going to have the counters and it growing. It's just going to be harder to do it. So yeah, it's really the only big loss. But I really do believe people are going to be playing this deck. Hopefully, like, I haven't seen the Dominaria releases. It could be different. Hopefully it isn't. Like, hopefully it'll change this up, because no one wants to see the same gosh darn deck just all the time. No one wants to see that. This deck is freaking annoying to play against. It is freaking annoying to play in my, like, well, not annoying, but it's boring for me. It's like, okay, how am I going to get that extra 2 damage in? That's basically the only thing, which you saw that I messed up on that. And yeah, it happens. I don't know. But anyway, I played, like, this is my thoughts on the deck. I really hope it goes away. But what do you think about the deck? I played this deck live on my Twitch stream. We play Magic on Saturday and Sunday. Pipe Dream Gaming with an underscore at the end. The reason why it's called gaming is that we do Arena on the weekends, and Tuesdays we play D&D. And my son is going back to school, so there will be random games throughout the middle of the week of me playing random games that I just want to play for that day. So come on over, give us a follow. We have a lot of fun over there. But anyway, tell me what you think about the deck, and share, like, subscribe, and leave a comment. And we'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.